According to recent research, 79% of marketing leads never turn into sales, and 68% of businesses don't even use sales funnels. That means that most businesses are literally throwing money away. And I know this because I've seen entrepreneurs burn through cash on ads with absolutely nothing to show for it in the end. And I'm not saying that paid advertising doesn't work. It's that they don't have a system that works, or they just don't know what they're doing. Now, I'm personally not a paid ads guru, but I've built a simple, scalable funnel that works every single time. If you follow what I'm gonna show you in this video, it can cover your ad cost while building your audience. So in this video, I'm gonna break down for you the exact steps to make this work. And by the way, you're gonna be tempted to tweak this or change it. Don't. I've already done the testing for you. This works. And the secret to cracking this funnel is starting with the lead magnet. If you want people to willingly hand over their email address to you, you had better be giving them something worth their time. That's what your lead magnet is. It's a freebie or a free piece of content or something that's so valuable that people would actually pay for it. And here you are giving it away for free. That's a deal that people won't be able to say no to. By the way, when it comes to creating your lead magnet, I know it's super easy to just open up ChatGPT and whip something out in 5 minutes, but don't. Okay, don't make that mistake. It's not going to work because half-baked, lazy-ass lead magnets just never convert. They don't work, and they have the opposite effect of what you're actually going for. You need to know your customer avatar in and out, what they struggle with, what they want, and what keeps them up at night. If you don't, you're just throwing darts in the dark, okay? If you need help building a customer avatar, use the Legiit AI dashboard. It has a whole module built in that can help you map this out, because otherwise you're just gonna be guessing. Now, let's talk about what makes a killer lead magnet. First of all, it has to solve a problem and needs to give your audience an immediate win. So for example, I have this one, the Small Business Owner's SEO Survival Guide, which is, I'll talk about more in just a second, but it's a guide for small business owners that want to do their own SEO. So it's something they can start working with immediately. This is something I put a lot of time, effort into making, and I did all of it myself other than the cover that you see on your screen right now because I have no graphical skills. I had somebody else do the proofreading for it. Other than that, this was something I wrote myself. It's a 68-page SEO tutorial ebook packed with insights, strategies, and actionable steps based on things that I actually do and actually have done and have had success with. You can download this in the description, but basically you can see it walks through every single part of a successful SEO campaign based on my actual experience and shows people examples of things that actually work that they can follow along with. This is something I could absolutely charge for, but I gave it away for free because I want people to get some value from me and get to know, like, and trust me. And the thing that people don't even really pay attention to when setting up a funnel like this is that a good lead magnet is really all about getting the right people into your funnel. Now, I know this sounds like a lot of work, and that's because it is. You have to actually do things to get people's results, emails, and money. So you're gonna have to do the work. If you're looking for something quick and easy, this probably isn't the channel for you. But you don't have to do all the work yourself. You can hire freelancers on Legiit if you have to. Like I said, I didn't do the cover, I didn't do the proofreading, and there are people that can write really killer lead magnets. So you don't have to do it yourself, but you do have to put in some effort so you'll get better leads. Just trust me on this, do what I say. Now, that's kind of the lead magnet. Again, you can look this over for yourself at the link in the comments, as well as everything from this video. But let's say you've already mastered the lead magnet. There's still a chance you're not going to convert, and it comes down to one really important thing, and that's the landing page. If you don't know what a landing page is, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's the page that someone lands on when they click an ad or click your link in Google search or whatever. So don't overthink what it means. It's exactly what it sounds like. Now, I have tested every type of landing page out there, and nothing, and I mean literally nothing, converts better than this one when it comes to collecting emails or sending a lead magnet. Nothing works better than this does. You're going to be tempted to tweak it, change the colors, get a different button, add this and that, put your profile links. Just don't, okay? Just do this. It works. Don't think, just do. And let me just break down the elements of it. You put this up here so they know that it's the same brand from the ad, and we will look at the ad later, but it's the same brand from the ad that they clicked. It tells them exactly what they're going to get, and which is the same thing that the ad told them they were going to get. I have a big, bold headline that grabs your attention immediately and is a hook or call to action or whatever. There's a sub headline that just reinforces some things. It basically tells them that it's 100% free because they're probably expecting you to charge for it, and that there's no experience needed. That's just overcoming a potential objection. Don't add any fluff or gimmicks or anything like that. This is as simple as it can be. Even this exact button, I've tested it. This button works better than any other. Then all you have to do is have them click the button, have the pop-up come up, and have it show the lead magnet that they're going to be getting, and ask them where they're going to send it, and then just put in their email address and click download now. Like I've said repeatedly, you might want to change things up a little. Don't try. Do not make any changes with this or experiment, because you don't have to. This works. I've tested it numerous times myself, and I know hundreds, if not thousands, of other people that have had success with this exact same page. It's going to work for you too. Most people what they do is they make really good landing pages, but there's something they completely ignore or don't pay attention to, and it destroys the experience of their audience. And that's the thank you page. The thank you page is the page in a funnel that comes after the thing that you've asked them to do. So let's take a look. So this is a thank you page. And once again, I'd advise you to keep it simple. Overcomplicating this step is something that people mess up. They're going to be tempted to tweak it and make it prettier and do all these other things. Don't. Just do what I tell you, and it's going to work. A thank you page is not where you tell your life story. It's where you confirm the free thing that they just got, tell them what to expect next, and this is the important part, make an easy upsell. That's it. So here's what I do. Again, I add my brand name on it so people know that they're in the same place. I make a background that's the color of my brand. I tell them that the thing that they just asked for is on the way, to check their email. Check your email is very important, because some people are, how do I put this nicely, not so savvy. They're going to be looking around this page and they're going to think they didn't get it. So tell them to check their email. Now, the next part is what's going to be in the video that you're going to make. More training. Take a deep dive into managing your own SEO. So basically, I'm telling them what this video is going to be about, and I'm going to walk you through the video real quick to break down the different things that we do in it. Hey, and thanks for picking up the Small Business Owner Survival Guide. They will forget that quickly what they just clicked on, so remind them of what it is and thank them again. Now that's going to be sent to your email in just a few minutes. Tell them where to expect to find it, because some people are going to be looking around the page and confused by that and not know where to find it. So tell them that it'll be emailed to them. But for some reason you don't see it after you check your spam folder and your promotions tab, just shoot me a message and I'll send it over to you. No matter what you do, sometimes people are not going to get the thing, whether it's through some technology glitch or user error or whatever. So tell them to look in their spam and in their all that stuff, just to be sure. Now the guide is going to have everything you need to rank your site in Google Maps and Google Organic Search without having to depend on some expensive agency that doesn't get results or even tell you what's going on. Reassure them that the guide, that the free thing that they just gave you, or that you just gave them, is going to give them everything that they need, because people are going to be convinced, correctly so, I guess, that you're about to sell them something else, and they don't want to feel like they got duped. They want to feel like the thing that they got has the value that was promised to them. Having said that, everyone learns differently, and I know that. Some people need a more interactive training experience, and that's why I've put together the Legiit Local Business Accelerator course for you. So just tell them what you're about to, the thing that you're about to do, and how it's different than the thing that they just clicked on. So how this is going to just be more of what they already got, but more in depth, or whatever, how you want, ever you want to say it. Now, this is the same plain English beginner-friendly training as the guide, but in a 38-lesson video course that you can follow along with me as I show you step-by-step what's been working for me and for my clients in SEO for years on end. So we reconfirm our authority. We give them more confidence in me and in you and in your product, and how we show how this product that we're trying to sell them now reinforces the free thing, and it's just another format for how they can get it. You'll be able to follow along, implement the steps, and then watch your rankings skyrocket. You talk about their dream outcome, and you show them, or you tell them how you're going to show them how easy it is. I kept the price super affordable for you at $27 with the one-time payment. Tell them how much it's going to be, and try to reduce any fears or any concerns they have about it being expensive or anything like that. Just try to downplay the price as you almost giving it to them because you're doing it so cheaply. I know you're running a business, and I know you're on a budget, and I wanted to make it as affordable as possible for you. Identify with them and some of their pain points so you can help reduce the pain for them and make them more inclined to buy. Check it out at the button below. Tell them exactly what to do. Some people are not going to know to click this button, no matter how simple you make it, no matter how many great big red flashing arrows that say click this button. You telling them is still important and is going to increase your conversion. If you check it out and you do, for some reason you decide it's not for you, I'll refund you your $27 anytime in the first 30 days. No questions asked, no hard feelings. Take away any concerns they have about losing their money by telling them that if they don't like it for whatever reason, you'll refund them. Almost no one will. And it's such a low amount that it doesn't hurt you anyway. But this reassures them that the product is good because you're so confident in it that if they don't like it, you'll give them their money back. I just want to give you something that will help you grow and scale your business. Reaffirm to them that you just want to help them with the thing that they need help with, without having to be beholden to some overly complicated, expensive SEO agency that just sees you and your business as another number. But if you want to watch me directly show you what works, again, tell them what's going to happen, what they're going to get, and why it's valuable, along with live actual results. Actual results is important. People want to see actual results. I'm going to show you some actual results at the end of this video too. And that's for the same reason, because people want to see real proof that something works, to help them believe and help them to understand and help them do the thing that you want them to do. Hit the button below and you'll be taken directly to the checkout page. Tell them exactly what's going to happen when they click the button. Some people are going to expect it to be automatically added to their cart or whatever, or some people think that they'll click it and they'll get it. Tell them exactly what's going to happen. The simpler you can make it for people, the better. Thanks again. Thank them again, obviously, so they leave on a good note. And I'll see you on the inside. That's just a little bit of internet marketer slang. You don't have to add that if you want to. The button should be stupid. It should be big, and it should be stupid simple. Sign me up. And then I'm ready to take control of my own business. See how you're saying it as if it's them saying it. So that's important. The color doesn't matter too much in my experience, but then what we do is we just use some testimonials. Truth told, I could get some more recent ones or some better ones to show here, but I just wanted to get this going. And these are good enough. People aren't going to read the specifics of them. They just like to see that there's a shitload of them. And again, make an even bigger button that says the same thing. When you do this thank you page right and you get enough sales of the upsell, you basically are creating what's called a self-liquidating offer. You cover the ad cost and keep your funnel running without burning any cash. When done right, this means your lead generation basically pays for itself, which means you can scale and dump as much money as possible into this funnel without having to worry about your budget. And again, some people get tempted to add more extra offers, more buttons, long explanations. Don't do that, or they will just leave. Just do what I'm showing you here. Keep it simple and let it do the work for you, and it'll pay off. And the thing is, it does not actually end here. All this ties together in your offer and how you make sure your offer is a winning piece. My experience, every piece of content, every ad, and every conversation should be leading toward what you offer. It doesn't matter if you have an info product or a local business, the goal is the same. Position everything so that stepping into your offer feels like the obvious move. If you're in the info business, which technically this funnel is, but I'll get to that in a minute, you need to establish yourself as the authority so that buying from you feels like the only logical decision. If you're a local business, your content should remove all doubt about who people should go to when they need your service. Every single touch point should be building towards this, not in a way that feels pushy, but in a way that makes the next step feel like a no-brainer. Now see, I give people so much value with my lead magnets and with products like this, which is the upsell that you just saw the thank you page for, that picking Legiit sounds like an obvious choice. That's what you need to replicate. See, this funnel, everything in it is designed to eventually drive people over to Legiit to sign up for our software or our platform and start using our services. The lead magnet, which you can download again in the description, tells them exactly how to use the platform, how to connect their business to it, what services to use to get results, and so on. The course does the exact same thing. And the emails that I'm going to show you in just a bit also drive people into Legiit, but not in a direct salesy way. They indirectly show you how valuable the platform is. So it seems like the natural extension of the things that they've done, and they trust me because I've given them so much value. That, like I said, is exactly what you need to replicate. But just know one thing: your goal is to sell your service or product. So design your lead magnets and your upsells in a way that people have no other choice but to convert and pay for your service, whatever that may be. The key to this conversion is actually something you're probably not paid attention to up to this point, and that is the ad creative. So let me bring up the ad behind this funnel and show you how it works. So if you're not familiar with Facebook ads, this is the campaign for the funnel that we have been showing. So let's take a look at the ad creative. Ad creative is basically the picture or the video or the visual thing that people see when your ad shows up in their feed. At least on Facebook and Instagram, that's what it is. On Google, it's a little different. So let's take a look at that. Couldn't be simpler. It's just a picture of the book with a generic looking background. This is going to drive the creative folks out there absolutely insane because they're going to want to make something glamorous with lots of moving pictures and video and that looks really professional. Mine works better than theirs does. That said, there's no one single formula for a winning ad creative. Different strategies work for different audiences, and testing is the only way to find out what really converts best. And when I say converts, what I mean by converting with an ad is what gets people to click the ad. That's the conversion you're looking for from an ad, is a click. That's not to say that you should run your ad for clicks. That's a whole different discussion. I'm just saying that the goal of the copy and the creative is to sell the click. I mean, I've run countless ad campaigns over the years, and this one creative has outperformed every time. It's a simple ad with a picture of a book. This one strategy has crushed it for me for roughly a decade now, and I've tested everything from high production videos to flashy graphics and everything in between. Nothing beats the raw effectiveness of a straightforward, compelling visual like this one. And if you don't believe me, I'm going to show you. Here's another example of the same funnel that I ran starting way back in 2017. Just to show you that it still works. The exact same, not exact same, but basically the same ad creative with just the picture of the book with a generic background. And you can see how much engagement this one got. Over 1,000, I guess, reactions, including a few assholes, which is funny because I'm now friends with at least one of these people. Anyway, over 400 comments and hundreds of shares. It's probably still getting shares now, 8 years later. So you can see this just absolutely worked. So don't overthink it. Just use this type of creative and on this type of funnel and it'll work. I know that I'm beating a dead horse here, but I want to make sure that you don't overthink this and make it not work and blame me. The key is clarity. The audience needs to know exactly what they're getting and why they should care within the first few seconds. Okay. And it's that obvious with what we have here. You should actually focus on selling the transformation, not just the product. So the transformation is ranking in Google Maps. I could even be better with that, but this works. So there's no need to change it. So that's important. Okay. But even the best ad creative isn't going to work if you're showing it to the wrong people. And that's where ad targeting comes in. Targeting makes or breaks an ad campaign. You can have the best ad in the world, but if it's hitting the wrong audience, it won't convert. If you already have an audience, the best move is to create what's called a lookalike audience based on your existing buyers. That's basically where you upload a list of your customers to Facebook, or most ad platforms have something similar, and then tell it to create another audience of people similar to that. That's what I did with this one. I had done a few webinars on the topic of how to rank in maps. I exported all the people that registered and created a lookalike audience of them, and then ran it to the top 5 English speaking countries. Obviously, if you're targeting other countries, that's fine, but that's the number one way to do this. But if you don't have that base yet, interest targeting is the next best thing. This is where knowing your niche inside and out becomes crucial. You need to understand what your ideal customer reads and follows. I've tested niche specific keywords, competitor audiences, and even broader categories to find out what works. And what I have found is to just create a bunch of different ad sets with smaller dollar amounts and put in a single interest in each one and see which one works. So for example, you might, if you're in the digital marketing space like I am, you might target Ryan Dice in one ad set, Frank Kern in another. Sometimes I target Fiverr if I'm trying to grow like new freelancers to Legiit, or Upwork for the same reason, and then just the country targeting and let Facebook do the rest of it. That's what I found works the second best if you don't already have an audience of your own. The key is to run multiple ad sets, each targeting one audience, and track which gets the lowest cost per lead. That's the most important metric to look at to see if this is working, is cost per lead, meaning how much do you have to spend to get a single lead. Once you find the winners, you scale them and you kill the other ones. I've spent way too much money trying to fix bad ad sets, and I say fix in quotes, and it's never, ever, 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 ever worth it. Scale what works, drop what doesn't, and move fast. So now that you know who your target audience is, the next step is to get ad copy that actually gets clicks. Remember how I told you that the whole point of the ad creative was to get clicks? It's the same thing with the ad copy. Now, if you don't know what ad copy is, it's this and it's this, and that's it. It's just the text above the image, assuming you're doing images or video, or the text in the whatever you call this, the headline. Like I said, just like ad creatives, ad copy is not a one-size-fits-all game. You got to test different descriptions, tweak the headlines, and see what sticks. For this funnel, I want you to use exactly what I have here. I wrote a book, and there's an extra space there. You don't want that. Showing the exact process I have used to rank all my clients #1 in Google Maps. I want to share it with you at no cost. I basically tell them what it is, tell them their dream outcome, and tell them that I want to give it to them for free. And then down here, it's just kind of reaffirming that. The techniques in this book are why I've been #1 in Google Maps for 2 years. It's that simple. After years of running ads, I've found that this one approach consistently delivers direct, benefit-driven copy that makes people feel like they'd be crazy not to click. Like I said, your copy should immediately tell people what they're getting, why they need it, and what they'll lose if they don't act. A good ad copy is like a conversation with someone who already wants what you're selling. You're just giving them the final push. If you can make them feel like they're missing out, you've already won. You know a great ad copy gets clicks, but the real magic to this entire funnel happens afterwards, and that's email follow-up. Now, I'm going to be very direct and very honest with you here. And the fact is that most people will not buy the first time they see your ad. They need reminders. They need to keep you top of mind. They need constant value. They need to feel like you're the right choice before they pull out their credit card. And that's where email follow-ups save you. I've built entire campaigns around a simple but powerful strategy. 7 days of pure value before making an offer. And it's all because trust sells better than pressure. I'm going to walk you through a couple of the emails here so you can kind of see how it works and then replicate it for your own offers and your own business. This is the first email that they will get immediately or within a few minutes of downloading your lead magnet. And I'm just going to walk you through the different pieces of it because it's pretty short. Thanks for checking out the Small Business Owner's Survival Guide. It should say SEO Survival Guide. This is just reaffirming to them that it's the same thing that they just clicked on. You're already taking a great step towards taking control of your business growth. You're reaffirming the decision that they made and the outcome that they're looking for. Then you give them the link to download it. After you've had a chance to look through it, hit reply and let me know which tip resonates most with you. So we're doing a few things here. The first is kind of a technical thing. Having them reply helps you to your email, helps your email deliverability. So in other words, it helps your future emails land in their inbox rather than their promotions or spam more often. Truth told, a lot of people aren't going to do it, but some do, and it helps. The other thing you're doing is building a rapport and relationship with them so that they know that this isn't automation, even though it is, and they know that they can actually reach you directly. That makes them feel even more safe and more comfortable in their decision. You tell them why you do that. This helps me tailor future content to your needs. You see how I'm establishing that they're going to be working with me in the future, and this isn't a one-time thing. That's a psychological trick. And then you just be honest. It helps our emails land in your inbox. And keep an eye on your inbox. This is telling them what to expect next. I'll be sending you one email a day for the next 7 days. See how specific I am about it? And then I tell them what's going to be in it. Each one is packed with actionable insights, and I probably should have put and nothing for sale or something to that effect to help you take your business to the next level, and then sign in a name. And that's important too, by the way, is to use the name that you had on your ad as well as your position. So it establishes your authority, but it also reminds people of who you are. This is the entire workflow of the 7-day sequence. I'm not going to walk you through each email, but I'm going to show you two more before we move on. This one sends the email and it assigns a tag so you can check. That's an advanced email marketing thing, but it's basically so you can identify who's been sent the ebook. You wait for a day, and you just do that because you don't want to overwhelm people. And then you send them the next message, and we'll take a look at that one just so you can get an idea of a value one. And the next few in the sequence are going to be like that. And you see, again, this is sent from a person. That's really important to help with it. And then this tells them what to expect inside this email. Before you dive into fixing your SEO or marketing, it's crucial to know where you're starting. So we're kind of walking them through the entire process that's covered in the lead magnet or in the course. Without a clear picture of where your business is at, you could waste time and effort focusing on the wrong areas. So this is us showing them that we care and we want to help them. This is where Legiit's AI dashboard comes in. This is a soft sell. I'm not really selling them on it. I just want them to know that this is available to them. It tells them what it does. It analyzes your website and provides a detailed report on what's working and what needs attention. My avatar here is someone that doesn't really know how to do SEO or marketing for themselves, so I'm reassuring them that what we have given them will help. Here's how you get started. You give very specific directions, and you assure them that it won't take a lot of time because whether they are or not, everyone thinks that they're busy. And then the call to action here always says click here. I just find that helps to analyze your business now. Take the first step and let me know what you find. So again, I'm asking them to let me know what they find. I'm asking them to communicate with me and letting them know I want to help. So then after that one, it sends them that one. You wait for a day, sends them another valuable email, waits for a day, sends them another one, waits for a day, another one, wait, another one, wait, another one. And this is the final one. And it waits for a day before ending the sequence. But let's take a look at the last one in the sequence. Again, sent directly from me. What's your next big SEO goal? It's an intriguing subject line. Then we recap what we've done. We've covered a lot over the past week. We diagnosed their business. We just tell them what we did. Now it's your turn. What's the next big goal for your business? Hit reply and let me know. There should be a period there. But that's once again encouraging them to communicate with me and telling them that I care. Remember, and this is telling them that I care as well. Remember, Legiit is here for you every step of the way. From keyword research to expert link building, you have everything you need to succeed. And then it sends them over to the platform, which is our marketplace, which is the main thing we want to sell them on, and let them know that we look forward to hearing from them. And we just give them a PS to join a Facebook group that's around the content so we can communicate with them even further. So basically for 7 days, I've given them something useful, some insights, some strategies, some case studies without asking for anything in return until the very end. That's when once they're warmed up, I make the offer. At that point, it's not a random pitch to them. They've already seen me as the go-to person for what they need. So it's really just me giving them even more value. They'll be happy to pay me at that point because I've done so much for them. And here's the thing. I've done this over and over again, and I've seen the results firsthand. Leads that would have otherwise gone cold turn into buyers because of well-structured email sequences. Now that we've looked at every piece of the funnel, let's look at the most important thing and the thing that I'm sure that you're most interested in, the results. Now, unfortunately, this campaign is pretty old, and Facebook ads worked differently back then, so it doesn't just give me the values anymore. But I know for a fact that this ad funnel brought in something like 30,000 leads. It sold either a $67 or a $97 MAPS course that covered the cost of the ads. And just from looking at the ad itself, you can see how much attention this got. This ran for probably 4 years, give or take. And the only reason I stopped running it is because the information in the book was outdated. There are people here in the comments that are now authorities in SEO themselves that weren't at the time, like Eldar Cohen from Local Falcon, and lots of other folks that have gone, Jake Hundley from the podcast, and lots of other folks have gone on to do it. I don't have the exact numbers anymore, unfortunately, because Facebook sucks in that way, but I know for a fact that this generated me thousands of leads, some of them whom are still customers to this day. And then let's hop over and look at the one that is running right now. This one has been running, I want to say, since late January, and it's actually more than this because I didn't have proper tracking set up. So let's say 800 leads it's generated me. I've spent $2,500, and even in the last 7 days, I've gotten 100 leads at $3.58 per lead. Some days it's less, some days it's more. Let's just look at today. 10 so far today for $26, so $2.63 a lead. Yesterday, 11, which is a bit of a slow day, $5.49 a lead. Let's look at Monday, 15. You get the idea. It's generating me new leads every single day that are going through that thing. They're downloading the ebook. They're clicking on the links in the ebook, and they're buying the course. I've sold 32 courses through Kajabi, and I want to say over 100 through Legiit. I have it hosted on 2 different platforms, and I'm testing to see which one converts better. But this is insane. Like, and I'm only spending $50 a day. If I was to pump that up to 500 a day, it would probably 10x that because the audience is big enough to handle that. But I've generated just from this one funnel in about, I want to say, let's see if we can figure out the day that it started. January 28th. So in less than 2 months, I have captured probably 800 emails, sold probably 200 courses, and gotten sales that I don't have a great way of tracking through Legiit as well. People using the dashboard, people buying services from the course, and just overall grown our universe. So when I tell you that this works, this works. And here's a little extra nugget for you that's not in the script that I wrote for this video, but you can go a step further and make another ad that retargets people that visited this page, thanks them for checking it out, and then ask them to do it again if they didn't download it, or just send them over to your Facebook group or something like that. So maybe I'll do a future video on how to do that for you. Let me know in the comments if that's something that you're interested in. But this funnel works. I've broken down every piece of it for you, shown you what works. I'm giving you access to it in the description. So please, if you want to grow your business, just replicate this. So there you have it, a funnel broken down step by step that has been proven to convert over and over and over again. I showed you 2 examples of it converting, and I've done it multiple times in between as well. And it's been working for a decade now. So just take it and do it and clone it into your business. I'm giving it to you absolutely for free because I want you to succeed, and full disclosure, because I want you to use my platform and like me. I'm trying to do exactly what I told you and get you to like me by giving you so much value. And if you're also struggling to make a winning sales funnel, or drop your questions in the comment and I'll be happy to help. Your questions might also help others that are going through the same thing. And you can also find my funnel in the description, in the comments. And if you think this video helped you understand funnels, subscribe and check out more of my videos. There's a lot you're missing out on.